Hi there, I'm Shauna from Infinity Readings, and this is the reading for the Taurus female in a coupled relationship. Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute here just to kind of acknowledge what I've done for this winter season. I managed to change up a few things. I vamped the logo a little bit. I actually got Aaron at Active Dynamics here. He has managed to make my intro for me, so I'm very thankful for that. He did a great job. I couldn't have done it. So thanks, Aaron, for that. I appreciate it immensely. And also to Ikson for my theme music. It's beautiful, upbeat, happy tunes. I can't get enough. I am now going to his page because it's just that great. It's all good gravy stuff. So I couldn't have revamped my winter season without these dudes around me. So I'm lucky enough to have them in my corner. So thanks, guys. Ikson, great work. Aaron, thanks again. Great work. So take care, guys. Enjoy your season. And Ikson, if you ever want a reading, just hit me up, man. Just email me. I will kick in and we'll set something up. In the meantime, take care. Have fun, you guys, and enjoy the readings. Okay, I've got some feminine cards here. I'm going to give a 3-card overview and then we'll get right into the reading. I'm trying to lift your blocks in the love area. So hopefully this reading will help you do so and see things clearly or obstacles clearly that you need to overcome and help you get rid of those, okay? So the first card I get, just jumping right in. First card I get for the Taurus female in a coupled relationship is fear. So that is not good. That means that we're being held back from our full potential out of fear, right? And we all know that fear to a high degree is not serving. It's not self-serving. We cannot move forward if we have fear. So fear seems to be overpowering the Taurus female in a coupled relationship overall. She's in a sense of fear. On the left, there's some healing here. I feel like, you know, this is run through another one of my readings on the female side. Dealing with healing and coming forth in that. I feel like this may be bringing up a lot of muddy waters for the Taurus female from the past, okay? And there's a fear to go there to deal with that emotionally. But we need to do that. The universe is going, we need to do this in order to clear our conscience and clear our energy field. So fear is very predominant here. It can't even be swiped away. It is so overwhelming. But nonetheless, the problem, or rather the solution that we're trying to come to here, is some healing from our soul and spirits, okay? On the right side, we have justice. Justice is, I feel like that's highly connected to the fear angle here. I feel like there's a sense that we may have justice come down upon us if we deal in these situations. Now, I feel like that's unrightly so, meaning I feel like that's a false, I mean, it's fear, right? So we're fearing justice, but at the same time, it is not supposed to come down on us. So we need to release that in order to heal properly, right? I feel like there's someone here that's scared they're going to get reprimanded for something. And that is hugely keeping them from healing, right? So we'll look more into that. That's the general energies that are overviewing the whole reading. So as we get in here, we'll see where it goes. I have the Lenormand deck kind of split in between the general and the romance and sex side, and see if we can unlock what is truly blocking this woman from moving forward. So the first card I get in the tarot series here is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is the happily ever after. So we have that in our midst. That is what we're focused on, or that's what we're heading to. I feel very much this is attainable. They're going, this is attainable for this woman. We just need to believe that it is in order to get there. So the next card I get is the Three of Wands, and that is like looking forward. I feel like she's waiting for her ships to come in. She's waiting for the happily ever after. Meanwhile, she's smack dab in the middle of it. So not really understanding here that we are the happily ever after, but this black cloud of fear that's just hanging over us, preventing us from really enjoying it properly. Okay, and as we move forward, we get the Chariot. The Chariot is about conflicting internal issues, and it can also be about external movement forward. We are looking to the future to move forward, but I get a sense here that there is internal struggles here, and one of them being we have too much fear to truly move forward in a good direction. But not only that, there's some action that wants to be taken forth, okay? The next card we get is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, I'm going, before I speak, I'm saying, well, that could be your partner. They're going, no, this is where she wants to sit. She wants her treasure, and she wants to have all of the luxuries that life has to offer, and she feels she cannot have this. Not only that, she feels she's barred from it, like not entitled to the riches. A sense of non-deserving, right? So there's something awry in this woman's sense of entitlement, and that is the ultimate defeat here. This woman wants to have all the luxuries the world has to offer, but there's an internal sense here that we don't deserve it. Okay, so moving forward on the second row here in the Dreamer's Tarot, we get the Ace of Cups, and that's right on the Ten of Cups, man. That's it. You have it all. In an emotional way, you have everything you need to have. Okay, so this is for the female couple. When we're in a situation like this, we are with a mate that is highly satisfying. We are happily ever after, but there's something else outside of the relationship that is getting in the way of us truly absorbing this and enjoying this, okay? So under the Three of Wands, and that's looking to the future, waiting for our ships to come in, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is about that feeling of I've put so much work, so much effort, and I feel like nothing is satisfying here. I do not feel it is in the love or companionship area. I feel like this is something outside. So maybe work area or something that is being blocked from us, no less. And I feel like the block is, okay, this is complex. I feel like this woman is being blocked by her fear. She is carrying fear, is driving the bus here. Now, we cannot let him drive the bus. Why? Because he prevents us from receiving the gifts that we're meant to receive from the universe. So there is a fear overwhelmingly in this energy field of this woman that is preventing her from getting rewarded. And this is why she is in such confusion as to putting in all this work. Why I'm putting in all this work and all this effort. Why am I not getting back? She's looking for getting back stuff. Why am I not getting all the riches that I deserve? Why? Because you are standing in an energy field of fear. And we cannot receive out of fear. We can only receive out of love and open energy positively, right? So if we are in a sense of fearing what the future has to offer, that thwarts off any doorways that we could open in any way to get us, to gain us those things that we truly want. This woman is dreaming about the future, and all of those things, she's putting it in her registry, but somebody cut the cord. Who cut the cord? She did. She's holding fear, and that's why we can't get the signal through. If there's fear there, we just can't. It's just like, you might as well unhook the internet. You're not going to get a connection. That's what's going on, okay? So this is the frustration level this woman's at. That's the root, and this is what's going on. She's starting to see that I'm not getting any results here. So is it worth it to put any good effort forward? I feel like her marriage and everything is great and groovy, but there's a sense of fear and going outward in that. They're going, it's not just holding the fear inward. She is going outward in fear, and that is coming off as a negative energy. And guess what? This is what is blocking your reception of all of those things that you want. Now, the Chariot, that is that duality. I want and I'm dreaming about all those things, but I am fearful and I am spreading fear and I am spreading fear and I am spreading fear. That's what they're telling me. So underneath the Chariot, we get the World, and they're going, we are at the end of this cycle. We need to close the door behind us. What does that mean? We need to drop the fear here, because it is our responsibility to hold our own energy field in respect of the rest of the universe. If we are fearful, we hold that in, we block our own way. If we go out in fear and we spread that fearful message, we block other people's way as well. And that adds up in the karma department. And they're going, this is something this woman is aware of, but is disregarding. So we need to keep that in mind as we move forward. Now, the King of Pentacles, that is all the riches, all the things she wants to attain. Though she has that in her emotional factor, in an emotional area with her mate, the Four of Wands symbolizing this is as much as she'll get because of the fear and the healing that needs to happen. This is it if she continues to go outward in that way. Now, the Four of Wands is saying this is really our wealth of knowledge here, is our partner and our stability within our marriage and our family. That is as such. And that is the wealth that we need to grow from. So there's a sense here they're giving me that we may not be appreciating our partner in that way. So we are focusing so much on the negative that it may be starting to affect our relationship with our family. Okay? I'll leave it at that. Now, the Lenormand cards that I kind of put in here to segue between the romance and sex and the regular energies. So this is the regular energies, very much a struggle here of spewing outward negativity, and now it's going to incur bad karma. And that is really the reason why this woman's sitting back, not receiving, because she's just waiting. Like, she's like, I've done good. What's going on? Well, we're going out in negativity, and we need to stop spreading negativity. We have to start spreading harmony and love and caring. Okay, and the first card on top of the Ace of Cups here is 44, and that's, we need to take a closer look at our relationship with our partner, because this is a gold mine of stuff that we do not quite see. They're showing me like dirt that's covering up all the gold pieces that we're trying to find. And we have not yet dug deep enough to understand this, to recognize this, to see this. We realize, yep, things are comfortable, great, but we're not, we're not really, we got to see more here. There's gold pieces here, and we're not quite in recognition of that. So we need to look closer at, there's something we're missing in our marriage, in our personal, private union with this other person that is a gold mine for us. Okay, it's kind of flying over our head. So under the Nine of Wands, that feeling of wanting to kind of give up, but nonetheless pushing through with the faith that something's going to happen, but we're getting weary because nothing's coming through here. And they're confused as to why, and they're not looking. One, they have to look in their marriage and look at how they deal with their partner. I feel like there's a unacknowledgement of the self being any part of a problem that we have. We're going out and blaming others and saying it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, but there's no introspection here. And I feel like that's the closer look here that we need to take. Now, when I get on the Nine of Wands, I get 38, which is the bridge. In this card, you see in the background, there's bridges all over the place. There's a mountain in there, and the mountain in here is about the challenges. And look how the bridge goes right over top that mountain and just clears it. We clear the challenge, right? So if we look closer at our relationship with our partner, they will be able to help us clear all of these fear-based problems that we have in order to move forward. We may have already been enlightened to that fact as well. Might have to, yeah, we might have to, I get a feeling that the partner has reiterated this to them, to the Taurus female in a soft, gentle way, but refuses to do so in a like this. So because it was not done forcefully, we are not taking it seriously, and it has flown over our heads. So the 38 here is really a need to look at the partnership and really go there. That is your closest companion. That is the person that is supposed to come to you and say, yeah, these are things. And if you go and ask, they will tell you. But as we move on, they're unwilling to go and create havoc if it is not. She has to come to me first, and if she wants to know the truth, I will tell her. And this is the situation I feel you need to wait on, because this is the bridge you need to get you where you want to go, but you don't even know you want to go there yet. The thing is that we are so much in fear. We need to lean on our partner and ask them what they think their viewpoint is, because instead of spewing out what I think, I think this is this, we have not simply sit down and listen to our partner in order to know that, you know, because the partner has the answer, is what I'm getting here, to bridge you over the challenges of this fear, and also to lighten the load, right? And share it, and it just helps when you're completely open and vulnerable to the partner. And I feel like we may be trying to put on such a strong front here that we're not being in a cooperative mode with the partner. Not like an obstinate uncooperative, but we're just not in a mode where we feel like we're giving and taking equally. And part of that is being vulnerable and saying, you know, what do you think that why do you think I'm having all these problems? Boom, and he'll lay it out. And then just instead of reacting, just sit and think with that for a while. And I don't think it's going to be anything new to you, but it's definitely going to be the best, quickest source to get to your answer. And we may not want to hear it, is the thing. So on top of the world and all of that, we get 17, which is the storks, and which is about movement. And here I feel you could be in the midst of a move. You could be in the midst of a birth here. You could have, because we have a lot of happy family cards and Four of Wands, we could be expanding our family. We could be adding to the family number, right? One more little bundle. So that could be happening, because the world here on top of that, it's kind of like this is going to change our world, okay? So next, under the Four of Wands, we have 43, which is confusion. So there's a sense here that this woman is dealing with a lot of different opinions as to what it is that is the reason for this, but it's all kind of outside influences. And that's the thing I feel that they're directing me. Go to the partner and get your clarity there, because they really do know, and they are the best focal point. They are there. They understand. And even though sometimes we don't want to take that person's point of view, we really need to, because that is our best source. Okay, I'm going to drop it. Now we get into the love side here. Under the 44, which is the magnifying glass, which is the need to look closer at things, we have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is always, it's that bickering couple. I get a sense here that kind of the romance, it may not be gone. I think it comes in fits, but there's a lot of squabbling and bickering that can happen. And they're kind of the couple that yell and whatever in public, but then they cuddle up in the evening, you know, in bed, and they're solid. but they do a lot of bickering and squabbling outside. So it's kind of petty stuff and arguing. It's marriage material, right? So that's on top of the magnifying glass. So another thing too, an angle on this they want me to bring up is the fact that watch what we're squabbling about. What is it? Look closer at what we're squabbling about, because we're missing something in that. We may be getting to a point where we're annoying the partner because they're really irritated by the negativity. They're going, we know this is a rule of thumb for us. We know not to go outward in negativity, yet we are doing it like we're running out of time to get word out. And they're going, this is against all the laws and rules that we want you to follow in order to gain what you want. This is simply why you are not gaining it, because we are spewing outward in negativity. And until that stops, we will not feel deserving, because we cannot go outward in negativity and receive positivity. It is not a magnetic pole. It is that's the opposite pole, positive and negative. We cannot do this. So if you want to receive positive, you have to give out positive, and we are not doing this. And this is the simple fact. So as we move forward, and that's the thing too, is maybe the positivity and negativity is happening in the relationship as well. So we may have a Taurus female that's with her partner and is, in that bickering, fighting mode and negativity mode, and expecting to get love and caring from the partner. And even though at the end of the day they do, it is becoming tiring for the other partner. We are tired of hearing negativity, and it is getting us into a negative mode, and it is spreading like a cancer. And we cannot have this, because this is what we are against 100%. So we need to see this with fresh eyes, but they're going, for some reason, we are just not listening. So on the 38 here, the bridge for the Lenormand, we get the 4 of coins. So the 4 of coins here is about secret admirer from the outside, okay? Now I can't thwart this off. So there may be an instance here outside of your relationship where you have someone looking at you from afar and admiring you, an opposite sex or someone who is just paying attention or whatnot. That is part of, I feel, because the bridge here is like, that's part of your challenge here, is to deal with that situation. Though I feel like yeah, something about that is miscommunicated as well. Okay. But nonetheless, there's an essence here in a romantical way that someone may be looking upon you in admiration. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Now, 17, the storks, talking about movement, could be births, additions to the family, or moving house. It will be a big, how do you say, life-changing thing that's going to happen. And on top of that, we get the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is, oh man, he's the dude that runs around and he's really not emotionally capable. He is running around trying to gain love, but he is kind of lost in it, okay? So we're talking about emotional feelings here that are on a level of immaturity. So to some degree here, there's movement or motions forward where we're being emotionally immature about something. I don't know, this is not adding up. Oh, okay. They're talking, okay, this relates to the negativity that we're spewing outward. There's an immaturity in how we're dealing with this. Okay, we're going outward in negativity and we're spewing it elsewhere. And there's a sense of going down a few notches here, because we got the King of Pentacles, and that's in your character zone. So we're really a king. We have all the tools that we need, but we go down right down to a page when we're dealing with the negativity. We lose all our tools, and suddenly we're talking negative. We don't realize, they're going, no, there's a realization here, but we're going outward in such negativity. We know better, but we're choosing not to do better. So that's the page there, is talking about all this negativity that we're spewing outward. And if this is in the romantic side, this is where it's going. So we want to take note of that because it's really going to pollute the happy ever after Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups card that you got here, because you got it all. It's all there. But we're kind of picking away at it by being negative. On the 43, the confusion, we have 4, the Emperor. Okay, and they're going, that is her energy and that is her stance in her negativity. You can't take me out of my negativity. I feel very happy spewing it outward, but we're not realizing the effect we are having on others because we're not taking the time to look at that. So that's the my way, highway dude, but also the strong, individualized, I can handle this and I'm going to do this. It's almost like taking matters into your own hands, I feel. Like the Taurus woman here, she's getting fired up, okay? No doubt about it. And it's driven by the negativity, okay? And I feel like, first of all, that is in the wrong direction that we're getting fired, okay? To make that official. And then secondly, we're having an empowerment issue on the negativity and going out in that direction. They're going, we're just being charged by the wrong side of the tracks. And we're amazed with the knowledge base that this person has that they can let this happen. So this is truly a self, how do they say? A lack of self-judgment. And we're going, though we do not believe in judgment as it sits, we need it to discern our way forward. How we treat others, there's a judgment there that needs to be seen in order to correct things. And they're going, this here is not. The Emperor thinks he is right, whether he is wrong or not. And this is what we're saying. He may not be completely wrong, but we are on the wrong side of the tracks and we're carrying the wrong energy forward here. And that's the problem. That is why we are not getting rewarded. And we got to watch our step here, because not only are we in the ego, but we are also dipping into immature ways of being that are not going to help us see anything any clearer. But they're going, the pot of gold here, that the King of Pentacles, and you may have an earth sign partner as well, but the pot of gold here is the partner, because they will, if we ask them, open up about what needs to change. And when we are ready to hear that, we advise you to go there and do that, because that is really what's going to turn this whole world around for you. And they're going, that world and that movement, we cannot deal with that in a Page of Cups attitude. We have to be a king or a queen and steady and sturdy in our emotions, and we have to go forward with that. So there's a sense here of missing the mark. Not only that, getting fired up and driving off in the wrong direction. Okay, so that is in the romance side of things. So on the sex side, on the Two of Pentacles, we get the 4 of Wands. So, you know, even though we have the issues that we have and we're going out in negativity, and that is wearing down the partner, we are having a happy, fun sex life, no less, okay? So things in the bedroom here, we connect on all levels. Happily ever after, yes. In the bedroom, yes. It's all great and gravy. Now, on the 4 of Pentacles, we have the Empress. So this is that secret admirer. And I'm saying secret, but I feel like it is no secret. I think there's an essence here of people knowing, especially the female. I feel like the Taurus female knows there's an admirer here, and that may be something she's trying to bridge over, meaning that is an obstacle for her to get rid of that. Okay. Now, the Empress, I feel, is the epitome of how this man is looking at her. This man looks at her as God's gift to the universe, right? So not only is this woman abundant and beautiful and bountiful and harvest, I mean, all of those fruitful things are there within her. That is how he is seeing her and looking at her, okay? And I get a sense here through, with or without the relationship, okay? Now, meaning whether she's in a relationship or not, that has never wavered. Okay, Now on the 17, the storks in the page, we get the Ace of Wands. Now, yeah, they're going, okay, so we have this relationship with our partner and things are good and gravy in the bedroom, but this attitude of immaturity is starting to wear on the relationship to the point where we need to deal with some things here. Now, if we look at this card is usually about new beginnings, but when you have a partnership and you're looking at this card, this is about something in the relationship that needs to go. What? The negativity. She needs to drop her negativity so we can start again in the bedroom, because it's starting to sacrifice our sex life. We get along good there, but there's things that are starting that are going to be sacrificed. And the flames is a symbol of that fear. We need to get rid of that. We need to burn that up in order to revive that passion again. So it's either starting to waver, will be wavering over the winter, or is wavering, right? So under the Emperor, we have 20, 19. I was going to say 21, but it's 19, the Sun. And that is about, you know, the all-encompassing orgasm. So we really can get to a high zone here of appreciation on the physical side if we release the negativity. And that is really what it's all about here. Seems like the one obstacle in all areas here. And though she's not quite aware of the problem in her relationship, she does not see that there's one there. The partner is being patient and loyal and all of that in wait for this to lift, but in the meantime is getting labored with, it is wearing. It is wearing away on the partner. So if we realize that this negativity's got to go, we really can revive things to a point where it feels like it's a brand new relationship. Not because it is, but because we have gotten rid of something that was bringing us down. And the Ace of the Ace of Wands is fiery passion to bring that back, right? Get rid of the negativity to bring the passion in the bedroom, and it all just ignites from there. And that's a real good positive aspect. That's really what it is we are working out of a fear-based zone. That is a negative. Okay? We cannot get positive. We cannot attract positive. We cannot go in the way of positive as we are spewing out negative. We can only attract negative. We can only bring in negative. We can only, and, okay. I get a sense here, and this may be for one direction, but there is negativity eating at us from the outside, and that may be that secret admirer, that challenge that we have here. That is attracted to us because we are holding the negativity within us. That is a negative source. We see it as such, so we need to let that go. And as soon as we let the negativity go and the harboring of that, soon after, that field will not be attracted anymore. So this is what's going on here. If we have someone in our periphery, we're in a coupled relationship, we may have an obsessive person on the outside looking in. The only reason they can get through is because you are holding negativity yourself. So we need to let that go so that partner's not attracted there anymore. Or I'm saying partner, but it's not even a partner, but that outside source that is looking in, that is attracted to that angle. So they have no more vibratory meaning here. That's what's going on, because they're going, this new beginning, if we embrace the positivity forward, we can let all of that go. And we don't have to bridge nothing no more, because it'll just leave. It'll just let us go. Because why? Because we're not attracted anymore. There's something changed in the energy field. But as long as we hold on to the negative attitudes and spew that outward in public, we will continue to create negative things for us. It is a loop. We do not, they're going, no, we cannot no longer hold this, does not see. We see this, but we are not putting two and two together. And that's the thing. We need to look at it and go, this is a negative energy field we're putting ourselves in. If we want to get rid of a negative outsource, how do we get rid of that negativity within ourselves? And then we can move forward, unleashed from all of that. We don't have to bridge no more. We don't have to figure out ways that we can, we don't have to continue to fight. We can, in a sense, it won't be us giving up, it'll be them. And then we're home free. So hopefully that made sense to someone out there dealing with that negative energy field. Okay, it really is something you got to take on all cylinders. We got to go through all it's just all levels here. We got to just get rid of the negativity outward. So hopefully hopefully that helps. Okay, so I went over everything horizontally. I'm going to go vertically real quick and tie it all up. We have the 10 of Cups here. That is the happily ever after. Not only do we have a high ability to achieve this, but we are living right smack dab in the middle of it. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is, we have good grounded people around us that are, their cup is full and, it's overflowing, and they're going, how can we be negative amongst this? This is not right. Because if we do that, we're going to eventually lose things. So the 10 of Cups is about, having a partner. I feel like they're symbolizing the partner here. Being full and he's got self-love. Or she has all the love principles within their own self to go outward groundedly towards the partner. And that's what's going on here. 44 is a need to look closely at that, because this person that you have in your relationship is a good example of who to learn from. We learn by example. Watch your partner. Look closer at how they deal with things. Just sit and watch for a while and see how things go for them. And this is just shut down the verbiage, because they're going, we just need to shut down the talking long enough to absorb some observations here. Because the talking and the negativity that's coming out of the talking is really what is disrupting this whole pattern. Now, so look closer to see how your partner's reacting and what they are doing, and bring that forward and start using what they are using. The Two of Pentacles is that the Two of Pentacles is that bickering energy, that nitpicking, all of that stuff that we're bringing forward, the negativity that's going towards the partner, starting to be felt and resisted. The Four of Wands comes in and says, in the bedroom, we still get along there quite well. In fact, to a grand trine, it's all good in the bedroom. Okay. As we move to the next row, we have the Three of Wands, and that's about waiting for your ships to come in and feeling from the soul that, there's stuff here we need to cash in on, and I'm ready for my ships to come in. What's going on? And then the Nine of Wands, it's like, I'm getting tired. What's going on? And that's exactly an example. Why we're focusing on the lack of it and all of the things that are bad. We cannot get anything good when we're focused on bad things. So 38 is about the bridge, and that's, overcoming challenges and obstacles in our life. And one of them being that this has got to come to a head sooner or later. This woman's going to create a zone here where nobody's going to listen, and they're going to tell her why. Because it is negative and I cannot handle it anymore. And then she's going to have to sit and think. And this is where she's going to bridge the answers to what she needs. Okay. And then on top of that, we get the Four of Pentacles. And this has something to do with an outside source. There may be someone in admiration of you and your energy. And the essence they're giving me is, if we let go of the negativity, they will no longer be attracted to that. And voila, it's gone. Now, after that, we get into the Empress energy on the sex side. And that is the epitome of what they're going, don't leave out the husband here. The husband has a high sense of who she is, but he's starting to disintegrate under all of the negativity. We're going, this woman is not positive. I can't be positive around this woman. A negative is going to start to form here. So we have to be aware of that. And the Empress is the energy that you hold and carry to the highest degree if we were in a positive mode. though we are not carrying that forward. But we have the ability to encompass the energy of the Empress, which is abundant and fertile and compassionate and caring forward. But this is not at all where we're coming from. So in the next line, we have the Chariot, and that's that interior struggle and exterior movement. And I feel like both is going on. I feel like there's an interior struggle here to fight for things, to right things. I feel like there's a justice, like I got to fight to make things happen. And that is really what is bringing you down. Because we cannot fight to make peace. We can only love and appreciate to make peace, right? So the Chariot is about that struggle and movement that we need to make in that direction. Love instead of war. The World is about all the attainment, the end of the cycle that is coming here, because we're waiting for ships to come in, not realizing the negativity has a huge deal to do with the acceptance of good stuff in our life. And the World is a symbolized that we're just basically the last step of the last leg of the race. We are on it. And let's close the door on this already, because we really are just around the corner from great things. And then on top of that, that's the 17, the movement. We need movement from you in a way of getting rid of that negativity and going forward in positivity. Then we close the door. Then it's complete. We've done, and no longer shall we deal with that anymore. On top of that, we have the Page of Cups, and that's the immaturity to want to deal with this, to want to move forward and grow. They're going, there's an immature level here, stomping the feet, and no, I don't want to, and I got to talk about this, and like not realizing what's been kind of coming or will be coming over the winter season into this woman's face will be basically a lot of mirrors going, you're very negative, and people leaving. Or just people leaving and not explaining why. So that she has to sit in that and understand why. And when she goes outward, she's going to get answers she doesn't want to hear, but I feel like they're very valid. So on top of that, in the love or the sex side, we get the Ace of Wands, which is the new beginning we need in the bedroom. How do we get a new beginning? We need to get rid of the negativity, because it really does wear away at all the intimate parts of a relationship. So we go out squabbling, and we go to the grocery store, and we can't be happy, and we're squabbling about this and complaining about that and being negative about this and not being respectful to people in our path. That wears down the partner to the point where they cannot love you properly and they need a new beginning. And the Flames is there just saying, just give me the negativity and we can start all over. That's all you have to do is give away the negativity, release that, and we can start all over. We're still at a pace here where this can be forgiven, but if we continue much longer, it's going to wear. It is wearing, it's going to wear more. So as we move into the last row here, the King of Pentacles, and that is all the riches and the dreams of things, your wishes fulfilled, right? We want our wishes fulfilled. Why is it not happening? We're looking at the trunk like, okay, I have one coin, but I want more. The Four of Wands is the key to this, to understanding this, not gaining it, but the key to understanding it is through our marriage and our foundation here that we have that's solid. We are starting to eat away at that foundation. And if we lose that, we will lose our dreams, okay? And on top of the Four of Wands is the 43, and that's the confusion card. And that is her mind going in circles saying, well, you know what? I don't even think she's thinking about what she's doing in a negative way. I think she's just spitting out negativity, and it is a habitual way, and it is something that she feels some sense of security with. Like, I think it's a conversation piece that she knows people will adapt to. But at this point, people are not wanting to hear the bad side. They want to hear the good side, not the bad side. So we've learned somewhere along the way that this is what we do. It may have been a pattern that we picked up from parents along the way, being negative and cantankerous, and we just carried that forward without giving it a second thought that we're doing, analyzing our own self. Again, a real reluctance to look at my own behavior. I look outside of me and I blame outside of me and I'm mad at outside of me and I let everybody else know I'm mad. This isn't, how are we gaining here? We aren't. And we're starting to realize that. So that's whole process. The confusion is within her mind. She doesn't understand why she's not gaining. Well, that's why. And then the Emperor on top of the confusion is really her fighting for the wrong side of things. I'm fighting so that I can talk more negatively about more negative things. And it's not getting me anywhere, but I'm going to continue to do it. And we're not we're not analyzing and seeing, you know, the defeat here. And then in the sex side of things, we get into the Sun and we're like, we still have a glowing ember here with the husband or the partner or the, you know, fiance, whoever it is. That is where we need to go to learn our lessons, gain our experience. And they're going, watch and learn, because this man, he's in the flow. May not have everything figured out all the time, but he is definitely in the flow. We need to take that and run with it. We have this person right by our side. Why are we not observing this and taking it on? So this is really the reading that's coming through. So for the Taurus female, seems like she's stuck in a negative rut. And it is habitual, and it is looping, and it is very powerful for her. So she's needing to shake down to get rid of that. But she's really, what they're saying is we just are in a negative mode, so therefore we will not get positive. Simple as that. We change our mode, we change what we get. Period. End of story. Now, overview. Okay, for the Taurus female. The overview of the general energy, she's doing this out of fear. She is fearful of all of the things in the world that could get her down, get her friends down. In the meantime, all she is doing is scrambling the energies that are trying to lift us. She's scrambling them and adding more negatives. So it is fear-based, usually is. We are choosing fear, not love. And the thing is, we do not have to love those areas that we are negative about. We need to look in different areas that are positive for us. That is all we have to do. Focus on positives. We do not have to love the negatives. We just have to focus on different things, things that are more positive. And once we do that, then more areas open. You know, the whole, they're going, she has a grasp here. We have a good grasp of how you say, you know, the whole attraction thing. So we just got to start implementing that and analyzing our own selves and how we deal, and watching the partner how he deals, because he really does have reign on a lot more of these things, and he's there to help you get forward. So to the left we have healing, and that is part of the process of healing, is unhooking that fear and letting it go, because this is really the process that is inhibiting you from accepting anything good in your life, and therefore it just continues to be bad. The focus on the bad continues the cycle of bad, and then we go down one further. Let's go bad. Let's go worse. Let's go real bad. That's awful. This is what we're going to. So healing is what is happening in the background here. It is the part of the process she is in. But nonetheless, we're hanging on to that negativity, and we're fearful to let it go because we don't know what is around the corner. Now, justice is here rearing its head. Now, you know, it's not the only place I feel it. But nonetheless, they're going, we really need to be stern with this one, because there is a stubbornness here, and that Taurus carries that very well, very upfront. And if we do not let go of our negativity and how we go outward in that, things will become quite drastic in how it comes to us. And this is really the perpetual motion that is coming, sweeping along here. We are having things advance for us because we are not seeing the root cause. We have been explained this, and we do have instincts pointing us in this direction. The fear is we will be penalized for this. This is a brainwashing. We need to scrub that out. We're brainwashed to believe that any move we make, we will be you know, whether it's incarcerated or reprimanded for that. This is not a fact. And there is a place here where we know this. But the fear overtakes, so then we're reluctant to jump in and release that. So release the negativity, Taurus. Just do it. Just go watch a happy kids movie, something like that, and let it go. Feel free to explore your emotions on the happy side and let that rule. Okay. Oh man, for the Taurus female in a coupled relationship, you got a good anchor there. You just need to kind of turn inward and stay silent for a while. And they're going, yes, because it's just a perpetual motion of talking outward in negativity. And I'm saying this 4 times already. They're going, once we stop long enough to observe, because we cannot observe and talk at the same time. It is diminished. The amount that we absorb is diminished when we're talking and observing. So we need to stop talking, observe, and see and take it in all levels. And then once we do that and we notice, and they're going, the partner is a pure example of where we need to be, where we need to strive to go. But we continually block that out. And there are things that are our fault. And the number one is the negativity that we are going outward in. We need to stop that. And they're going like this, tapping the fingers, stop it. Like a kid. Don't touch that. Leave it alone. Go in another direction. And, oh man, go in another direction where we're in the happy zone and we'll be fine. That's all they're asking. That's all they're asking. So, man, that's heavy stuff. But nonetheless, a habitual way of repeating patterns here in a loop that she needs to be shaken out of. Okay. So, for the female coupled Taurus, that is your reading for the winter of 2018 into 19. And I feel like we're going to be dealing with this well through that season. And it's going to get highly frustrating over the Christmas season. Highly frustrating. To the point where, yeah, even the bedroom here is kind of shining a light, but we can lose a lot of benefits in that way if we continue. So hopefully that helps you out. So for the female, take care over the winter season. Stay safe. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All of that. Have fun and be kind.